Okay, I just decided to go with the flow and use the Mudbox tools that have been brought in. If we have our old version of Maya, we can see, like in case some of you are using 2014, the tool that I would be looking for, let's make a plain was that a plane? That's a cube. That's something I didn't mean to make. Letters are too tiny. Create polygon plane. Okay. And again, we'll do 100 and we'll do 150. Okay, here we are. And what we would use is, turn that grid off, the sculpt geometry tool. And I should hit sculpt geometry tool options box so that I get this. And you see my paintbrush is huge, so what I need to do is hold the B key and drag until the end of time, or set the radius of my brush to 10. There, something more reasonable. Let's do, okay. And I'm going to choose a fall off, a big fall off like that. And all I do really is just kind of mess around. It doesn't, it's not displacing much. So let's say along the normal max displacement, we'll bring that up. That's right. Make me look like it. Oh, because I'm smoothing. Look, here's what I want. These guys, it's usually by default on pull it out or stick it in. And it was on smooth it out. So pull it out. You got to pull it out before you. There's pull it out. There's stick it in. This is technical language. There's a river. And I can do a lot of different kinds of smoothing. I can flood the smooth by hitting flood, so it kind of keeps smoothing. I can get this bumpy smooth. I can use, oops, it's not finished, not catching up with me yet. Still not catching up. I'm using all my RAM. There we go. Okay, so you see how it's smoothed out a bit. Now I can control it a little better. You know, and that was a very flat top. I don't like that brush, so I would use this fall off brush, this better fall off, but you might want. And then just keep making details. Hold the B key. This is kind of universal, and I am left mouse click drag, and just keep, maybe the brush isn't big enough to make a big enough difference, and I can just keep working on it. Oh, nobody's responding to me. Boy. Now that, you know, if you don't want such a dramatic effect, you bring down this max displacement so it doesn't, so it's not allowed to make such a big change. Okay, it's a little bit different. And find it. Now that's just if you're in 15. So back to 17. We're going to use the sculpting tools, and I'm just going to use the basic sculpt tool. Okay, so there's my brush. Again, B, hold it down, click and drag to make it bigger or smaller. Okay, a little softer, and I'm going to kind of build it up. Okay, I'm going to hold the shift key, should smooth. Okay, see how it's going away and going away and going away and going away. And the control key, let me make a smaller brush. The control key will dip it inward. Okay, and so, you know, be more subtle than this. You can slowly build up your landscape. Just mess up the ground so it's not completely flat everywhere, okay? I can smooth, B key. This works a little faster. And how can I control those tools a little better? Here we go. Sculpt tool, options box. This tells me the brush size. I'm going to try and get it to, well, the strength is what's going to make the big difference. So let me get that B key, smaller brush again. And see how it's a lot more subtle. That's in the strength. You can say inverts what happens when I hold control, so I don't have to click that. I can use symmetry if I have two parallel objects. I'll just turn it on, but I have to see on the either on the world axis will be the symmetry or the object axis. Let's try the x-axis. So if I see, you can see that it'll do the same thing on either side. So that's really convenient. That's just brand new with 17. Cool. So you can do much better than that to make a nice landscape. If you do something that awful, let's just make it really strong and really big, and I'm just kind of scribbling over the whole thing. Now you could start out awful and end up with something rather lovely. Okay, well, all right, so that's all you need to do to create your ground plane. Okay, so the next, let me stop it there, and the next one I'll do will be a rudimentary building. Okay?